What's up, everybody? It's your boy Will B, and I'm back with another one on the Blacksmith podcast. And today I am just perusing through USAjobs.gov, something that I love to do. Not for me, but for you. I got bars of sorts. All right. So, as you can see right here, I went on to USAjobs.gov and I just typed in keyword electrician. And so I didn't put in a city, state, zip, or anything. So it's going to send me jobs from all over the place. Now, one thing is important for you guys to remember is that you may have to relocate for a job. Okay, so it's important that you young guys, before you get married, before you have kids, you establish yourself in your career and you do the hard jobs like moving around the country and stuff like that before you get there, so that when you get there, you're already in prime pickings position. You're the VP, you're the president, you're whatever corporation job you might or level that you might want to be in. Do the hard stuff before you get married and whatnot. So, electrician obviously is a trade, right? And I always talk about hard skills and a degree, certifications, credentials, trades. Yay. Now, how would one get into this trade? I wonder. Well, that is a job for Google. All right, so we got jobcorps.gov. Look at the wonderful world of Job Corps. Look, and they've even highlighted free 99 training. So listen, you can go on the Job Corps and you can apply on Job Corps. Now, I did stress young because look, here are some guidelines. There are requirements for Job Corps. And I love using the age 24. Why? 24 because you have been an adult for 6 years, and you're 6 years, and it's 6 years until you hit 30. It's like a middle of the road from being 30. I love it. Anyway, 16 through 24. So you could apply probably when you're still in high school, folks. So when I say young guys, I'm talking about young guys. Look, 16 to 24, low income individuals meet citizenship, residency, DACA, or other approved status requirements, meets background requirements, and are ready and motivated to succeed. Now, this one, I'm sorry, but if you got all of this, but you're not this, don't even apply, because they're not going to play with you. They're not going to play with you at all. This is a prime opportunity for people. So let's just get started. So we saw the eligibility, right? Let's see how it works. It says submit your application, complete the to-do list, connect with admissions, explore career paths, plan your arrival. I want somebody in the comments who's 16 to 24 to actually do this. If you're serious about Job Corps, and I mean, you could be a plumber, electrician, an HVAC technician. You could work in any number of fields in construction, because construction is just an overview of the trade. There are many different subcategories. So you could work in under construction's umbrella. You have demolition, you have carpentry, all kinds of stuff, right? So I really like road paving too, right? I want somebody to actually go through with this. I'm 39. I can't do this. Plus, I'm an air traffic controller. Been doing that for 17 years. I'm a senior chief in the Navy. This isn't for me. See, and this is why it's important for you guys to know this stuff as young as possible, as early as possible, because doors do close. And if you never heard of Job Corps and you just hit 25, you'd be pretty pissed if this was something that you would want to do. But you can still become an electrician. You just couldn't use Job Corps to do it. Let's see. Apply now. All right, you have to create an account. I'm not going to do this on camera, but this is how you would do it. Just go through with this. I don't want to create dummy accounts and stuff like that and have to lie about my age and all that kind of stuff. I just want to see how it goes. But we'll do that at a different time. Anyway, perusing back through USAjobs.gov. Now you see the first one, right? Oh, I was going to say, if you really want to make it right before you have a wife and kids, you want to do this stuff. And if you're in San Diego, you have to move to Nashville, Tennessee for now to find employment. Well, guess what? Remember the golden rule. He who has the gold makes the rules. So right here, Department of Veteran Affairs, they have the gold, this much gold per hour. Oh, and by the way, that much gold translates to, see, we're gonna talk about it. $58,718.40 a year. Now that's pending. Sorry, I'm thirsty. It's hot outside. It's been in the 90s all week. And I've been to the gym already and ran a mile and a half too on a speed of like 8.5. I deserve some water. All right, listen. So this is without overtime. I don't know if there's overtime eligible in this job offering. We're going to keep going. Boise, Idaho, electrician, same place, Veterans Health Administration, 3228. Let's see what we're cooking with. Fire, obviously. 67,000, not seven, $67,142.40. Wow, that's without overtime. Jobs open. Oh, all of these mean something. Look at that. So we should do that. What is this? Open to U.S. citizens, so anybody can apply who's a citizen or something like that. What is this one? Jobs open to surplus or displaced federal employees. So I don't know what that means. If you're in the federal employee system, but you're waiting on a job, you're in surplus. If you've been displaced, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Jobs open to former or competitive service federal employees, open to current federal employees, open to former team. Okay, so all of this stuff means something. Handy capable. Military spouses may be eligible. Open to, okay, who is or was or working overseas. Completed at least 1 year service of Peace Corps or AmeriCorps Vista. Oh, this is interesting. I never looked at these before. My mouse happened to hit the shield and I saw something pop up, so I stopped. Anyway, right here. So Boise, Idaho, 32.28 per hour. That's without overtime. We've got another one in Charleston, South Carolina. We've covered in between 29.85. We got 32. So okay, so this one would be a little more than that, 68, 69,000 maybe. Let's pick one of these. Let's see. This one's in San Fran. This one's in Washington, D.C. Let's pick this one. Architect of the Capitol. Electrician supervisor. Oh, no, that's a supervisor. Let's just pick a regular electrician. Because, of course, the supervisors are going to get paid more. That one's $24. Where is this? 29 Palms. That's the Marine Corps. Let's not pick that one. Where are we? A lot of these. Let's just pick one of these top ones. Here we go. All right. So the job is open to the public. Career transition. Oh, let's start with the summary. It's Facility Management Services, FMS, Boise VA Medical Center, Boise, Idaho. It's open to continuous announcement. Position will be filled as they become available. The first cutoff date, consider applications for referral, yada, yada. Okay, good to go. All right, let's start looking on the right here. So you can hit apply. It's open for 3 months. So that's a shame because that means somebody didn't take it that long, folks, unless they have multiple. But I think they would have another offering on here, not the same one. It doesn't say ×5. Look at the salary. The salary starts at $32.28, but you can get as much as $37.65 to get hired. So let's do that. Now we are cooking. $37.65 times 40 hours a week times 52 weeks a year, 78,000. Look at that. Now that puts you in the middle class somewhere. I shouldn't have exited out, but I can bring it back. All right. So one vacancy. Yep. So it would say times five, I guess. Not a remote job, so you gotta move. So you guys are sitting back talking about, oh, I want to work from home. Get your butt up, or guess what? Go no no. Don't follow the man's who has the gold's rules. Don't get his gold. He who has the gold makes the rules. No telework. Stop trying to do all that stuff. Anyway, no travel, no relocation. It's permanent, full time. So listen, if you have a family already and you can't move, don't get mad at me for saying no telework or no work from home. It's not available, so it's not for you. So just move on. You don't have to get in your feelings. I'm trying to help you. Full time, service competitive. Okay. No security clearance required. No drug test. That doesn't mean go in there with the devil's lettuce. Um, a positive sensitivity risk. I'm trying to see financial disclosure. No, that's good because you could be in debt and still apply. Bargaining unit. All right. The rest of that is neither here nor there. All right. So all U.S. citizens direct hire authority. This position is being filled. Okay. They got some videos here to show you what you be doing, I'm guessing. All right, so the electrician will be responsible for maintaining electrical systems at various facility locations, and the incumbent will be required to obtain and maintain a current driver's license. So there probably will be some travel involved. But when they say travel, they probably mean from site to site. But it's probably not going to be more than like 30 miles or something like that. I don't know. It says travel not involved, but if you need a driver's license, I mean, one could only assume, or maybe it's driving the trucks they have to use there with the lifts on them. All right. The electrician at this level will install, modify, or remove all aspects of an electrical system that is 120 volts or less, 600 volts or less, 12,000. All right, look, if this is for you, that's great. This is not for me. I don't like my hair standing up on end, albeit if it would make me grow some, I might stick my finger in the socket. All right, so listen, I'm just kidding. Um, so you can read all of that, but look, your work schedule would be Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Um, you'd be an electrician. You work from ladders, scaffolding platforms, so you will have to go up. So if you're scared of heights, it's time to either conquer that fear or this isn't for you. And how bad do you want the job? I mean, I had a fear boot camp. I joined the Navy anyway. Where parts of systems are hard to reach places, they're telling you right now, there is heavy lifting involved with this position. Get to the gym if you one of them skinny dudes, because you go for this interview and you can't lift the stuff they need you to carry. I'm sorry. They may get rid of you. Assistance is usually available for the handling of heavier material and equipment. It says usually, not always. Heavy exertion is required at frequent intervals. So this is a get your hands dirty. I'm trying to, what is the job? The physically demanding job. I'll just use that. Um, Incumbent must be capable of working inside and outside in excessive heat, cold, noise, confined areas, or intermittent, slippery, and uneven surfaces. So workers' comp might be involved in this. No, I'm serious. Be very careful if you have a job like this. Incumbent may receive minor cuts or abrasions while performing these duties. They're putting it in here right now for you folks. Like they're not playing. This is a real, I really like the fact that they're putting this in here because this is so people can't complain later on saying, oh, I got cut, oh, I got scraped, and try to get workers' comp and stuff like that. No, get back to work. We told you this was going to be possible. Work can also require long periods of standing or sitting, depending on the work schedule by the M&R supervisor. This is not a desk job, folks. This is not a desk job. If you're an electrician that wanted a desk job, this isn't it. So this is a young man's job right here. If you are 59 trying to do this job, you probably messed up in life, because this is a young man's position right here. You should be a supervisor already at 59. But you know what? If you're going to take the job at 59 and get it done and get this money, fine. But I was talking to, funny, 59. I was talking to a guy at the gym the other day, and he is 59, and he was working like 14-hour days all week long or something. And I said, wow, you're still working like a young man. And I said, yeah, at 59, you shouldn't be working that hard. And he said, well, he did not invest money and he didn't make good moves when he was younger. So he's still working like this. And you do what you got to do. It's not a slight to him. It was just an aha moment to me. This is why it's important to be serious when you're 18. And I'm going to tell you right now, you guys tell me what you think in the comments. But I made this claim that we did this event at the mall yesterday. It was awesome. Lots of music, lots of performances. I was one of the guest speakers, and I asked the crowd, and they agreed. You tell me what you think. 50% of the young men who just graduated high school and are not enrolled in college for the fall semester have no idea what they want to do with their careers. Answer that in the comments. Conversely, 50% of the young men who are enrolled for the fall semester have no idea what they want to do with their careers, with their lives. You tell me what you think in the comments. I will say I believe that is correct. And even the ones going to college, a lot of them are going to college because they think it's the right thing to do. They heard they should. Somebody told them to. They don't have anything else to do. And that's why a lot of partying happens, academic probation, they drop out, or they switch their major 5 times before they actually get a degree because they really don't know what they want to do. Or let's add a sixth, they get a degree and then they work doing something else. All right. So here's the requirements. They've been on the screen for a while. Hopefully you read them. U.S. citizen, selective service. Yeah, guys, you have to register for selective service by the age of like 22 or 25, something like that. So if you've not done that, you're not going to be able to get this. Let's see what the selective service requirements are. No, go back. 18 to 25. So I was right about the 25 are required to register. All right. So yeah. So you can do it 30 days before your 18th birthday through your 25th birthday. So if you don't do this, there are penalties. Failure to register can result in denial of certain benefits and may be a felony punishable by fines and imprisonment. Because if there is a draft, they can draft you if you're signed up for selective service. I joined the Navy at 22, so I'm already technically enrolled in that. There doesn't have to be a draft for me to go. I'm already in. All right, so we've got that. So now let's look at qualifications. You must meet all qualifications by the application date. Experience. A specific length of training and experience is not required, but you must show evidence of training or experience of sufficient scope and quality of your ability to do the work of this position. So they're not really requiring 4 years experience and stuff like that. You just need to possess a good knowledge of it. They don't My guess is they don't necessarily want a novice, but you don't have to be a master of it. Maybe somewhere in the journeyman, because this is a trade. So it goes from novice, journeyman, and master, or novice, journeyman, master. Um, Evidence. Okay, we read that. Okay. Journeyman electrical license or equivalent. Oh, well, there you go. Electricians at this level will possess a current state of Idaho journeyman electrical license or equivalent with a minimum of 6 years of trade experience. Okay, so they do want you in the trade for 6 years, but they're saying for the specific type of work, you don't have to show any experience in doing that. That's what they're saying. But they want you to be an electrician for at least 6 years. We cannot accept photographs. Therefore, please do not submit a copy of your license with your application package. If an interview is requested, will be required. So this needs to be in your record or something, I guess. Um, okay, fair enough. Driver's license, you must possess. They already said that. They're not taking don't put your actual driver's license in there. Screen out element, your qualifications. So look, you can go through here and look at all of this stuff. You've got to be able to float on your own. Ability to do the work of an electrician without more than normal supervision. They want somebody who already knows what they're doing. So this goal, this 32.28 an hour or whatever it is, they're paying you for, in their opinion, they're paying you handsomely. That's a good salary, and they don't want to be supervising you like they would a novice. You better be able to do this job if you want it. And so look, guys, this is another avenue. Look, no education requirements, because the education, I told you, there's hard skills. There's degrees, certs, credentials, and trades. This is a trade, so you don't need a degree to do it. Now, in order to be a supervisor, you might well have to have a degree. But listen, folks, this is it. I'm scrolling through here. You can pause this if you want to. I don't want them to make the video too long, but just understand that this is what it's asking for. Okay. You guys can do this. There's a point of contact, all of this. This is on USAjobs.gov. It's right here for you to see. It's paying $32 to $37 per hour, which is what, 67 to 78,000 a year. This is a great job right here. And it could be a great career, although you don't want to do this kind of heavy lifting and stuff for a long term. What I will say, the last thing I'll say about this, what you need to start doing is going in with an exit plan. A lot of times what we do is we apply for a job and we never have a plan to switch over and move out, or to move up out of this position into supervisory by a certain date. You should have that. Go in with an exit plan, because you don't want to still be doing a heavy lifting job from 18 to 38. You should be a supervisor by then. But if you never have an exit plan, then you never have a goal to leave. You're never going to move. And this happens all the time to people. So anyway, hit a like for that algorithm, please. Hit that subscribe button and let me know what you think in the comments. I will be back with more The Blacksmith.